Interviewee is a 74-year-old Iranian-American man who just moved back into a home that was totally rebuilt after it burned in the 2017 Tubbs fire. He struggled to find housing after the fire, and his household had to split up. He spent the last year living alone in a studio apartment. Now that the house is rebuilt, his adult son has returned, and his wife will be moving back soon.
We would have not imagined that we were never gonna come back to the house. Nobody did. We did the same thing. We just drove away, and that's what happened. But the impact was hard on my children, on myself, I told the insurance company, if you don't find me a house, I'm going to go find something on my own, which I looked around. I looked for a house. I couldn't find anything. So there was no housing because there are many houses burned down, 5,000 structured, 3,000 somewhat in Sonoma County, in Santa Rosa alone, My son had to move out. He rented a room. He couldn't stay in a hotel. My son went away. My daughter was away. So we couldn't live together. I even had 2 students over here, college students, living with us, Before the fire, we were housing them, They all got separated and everybody's gone. I went to my own across from Coddington to a 1-bedroom studio that I was there all by myself. And it wasn't easy because I'm also epileptic. I've been always, all my life I've been petite mal epileptic, but I didn't let it stand in my way. Took care of myself and everything was fine. But having no family around you for 4 years at this age is just not that easy. And after the fire here, we didn't have those students to collect, let's say, rental to help out with mortgage. I was ending up with a $3,500 mortgage on a house that I bought nearly 30 years ago. It was very, very hard because I couldn't really make ends meet. I have a Social Security only, I had to pay almost about 85%, 90% of it for the rental room and utility and everything else, and just living on $156 a month. It was hard because I could not afford even thinking of going to Starbucks, get me a cup of coffee once every month, and I'm not talking about daily. You know what I'm saying? I could not afford doing that, so I was just buying my clothing from the Walmart or second-hand store, but I couldn't even make myself feel comfortable that I go to churches and places that were giving clothes away to the people, fire victim and all that. I don't know, that was just me. I thought maybe somebody else needs that more. Mentally, right now I'm much better because my son is back here and I've got this work here and I'm back at almost a similar home, Mentally I'm much better, but I was so numb these past 4 years and sitting alone that many things could have gone wrong for me.